Oh, that's too damn bright. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna read a part, right, and then give a little hint of explanation of this experience if I can. So what I wrote in reference to this section, the rich man and Lazarus, right? Lazarus is, I don't know if it's the same one that was Lord Jesus Christ's friend, that was the brother of Mary and Martha, but I'm not sure. But it's not that many people I think there's gonna be named Lazarus, but whatever. But it's in reference to greed, I feel, ignoring other people's suffering, flaunting the things that you have, your treasures, only caring about that, hoarding it sometimes and not sharing it, and pride. So there was a rich man who was dressed in purple and fine linen and lived in luxury every day. At his gate was laid a beggar named Lazarus, covered with sores, and longing to eat what fell from the rich man's table. Even the dogs came and licked his sores. The time came when the beggar. Wait, let me try to. If it's too close. Sorry. Oh no. The time came when the beggar died, and the angels carried him to Abraham's side. The rich man also died and was buried. In hell, where he was in torment, he looked up and saw Abraham far away, with Lazarus by his side. So he called to him, Father Abraham, have pity on me and send Lazarus to dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, because I am in agony in this fire. But Abraham replied, Son, remember that in your lifetime you received your good things, while Lazarus received bad things. But now he is comforted here, and you are in agony. And besides all this, between us and you a great chasm has been fixed, so that those who want to go from here to you cannot, nor can anyone cross over from there to us. So yeah, guys, so all those people that be talking about, like, they're talking to dead people and stuff. Yeah, I keep telling y'all, that's familiar spirits or masquerading spirits tripping. Don't be talking to them. You see what it said. But that's if you're a believer. I mean, if you're not, and you're into spiritualism and all that other stuff, and necromancy, we're dealing with dead, then that's your business, I guess. Sure. But you see right here, it said, hey, now there's a separation. Now maybe this people would say, oh, that's like after judgment or something. Nah, I just think there's a separation in general. I'm not saying things that's of dead is not lingering on this earth or in the spirit realm. I'm just saying you shouldn't be socializing with them. Even in the movie Insidious, like, say you're not religious, and the movie Insidious, if you look at that movie as creepy, don't watch it. But for those that watch it, you see the lady even told him she into that stuff, and she even said, don't be socializing with stuff. Go in there to get what you're going to get, but don't be socializing with spirits and other things. And what did he do? And didn't it come back? Didn't it follow him or bother him there? So yeah. So be careful with that, guys. Like I said, everybody go down a road and they do that, but just don't engage. But just for that part where you saw what he said. He answered, Then I beg you, Father, send Lazarus to my father's house, for I have 5 brothers. Let him warn them, so that they will also not come to this place of torment. Abraham replied, They have Moses and the prophets. Let them listen to them. No, Father Abraham, he said, but if someone from the dead goes to them, they will repent. He said to him, If they do not listen to Moses and the prophets, they will not be convinced even if someone rises from the dead. So with that, guys, I truly, when I read that, mind you, I did, and this is me not ever want to steal, because Paul said don't ever steal somebody's work. I did get recognition in the sense, like, when I heard somebody speak on it before, I don't know if it was a pastor or something, but how he really, you see how even in death he thought he was above Lazarus. Like he asked him, he didn't say you, like, or ask Father, he didn't say ask God or ask somebody or even Abraham. He said ask Lazarus. He asked Lazarus to, can he drop a put a drop of water on his tongue. So you still prideful even in hell. Like, you still probably think you so beneath that guy that he should help you, and you ain't want to ever help him. Like, even giving your crumbs, you did not want to help him, but you think that he should show mercy on you. But We don't even know what Lazarus would have did in his own right. Like, what was his choice? Abraham was just like, chill. Like, nah, you enjoyed your life, right? You enjoyed your treasures. Just that's what you wanted, and you ain't want to share, and you ain't care about nobody. So, you know, in my situation, you know what I go through. I'm not even gonna say like, okay, we already said that these people, like, you enjoy your treasures. This goes for anybody. Like, um, I admitted even going through the spirit of stinginess and all whatever issues that Father's going through with purging me and getting me back in my right sense. But just for those that just never have shared anything, like you never have shared your resources ever. For those that got like mad clothes and mad stuff, and you would never give like a pair of your shoes to somebody and never give a shirt or anything, and you got mad stuff and you would never share. Or those, I even get what Father said it's not good to really eat outside. I'm not saying he said don't have festivals, because like, say your family or something and you have a just, a gathering. But how people be in restaurants and I do feel homeless people, like, that's weird for you to do that. Why you even sitting there? Because I would feel weird. Like, I haven't eaten in days and I'm sitting by a restaurant watching people eat. So me personally, I wouldn't do that. But I don't know where their mental state is or what's their purpose. That's their right, but I noticed that I feel bad. Like, even if a person have a cookout, I notice people don't do that. Like, I seen it and I was like, they doing mad theater right now, like recently. But I'm like, y'all don't really do that. When we say these kind of ideas, y'all know y'all really don't get down like that. Because when you try to gesture that in real life, you see how people react. So if you have a cookout and why we taking that home, like we had mad food there, why won't we give that to homeless people? Or when you go to a restaurant and you do have extra money, I don't know your life because a lot of people have their own real bills. I'm not going to front like I just be passing out money like I'm a billionaire or a millionaire. No, I have my issues too, and I had times when I share and times when I don't, when I could have. So I'm not going to front. But if you have extra money or people that really do be getting money, why when you go in a restaurant you don't just get a meal or ask somebody, would you like a meal as well? Like, there's a lot of things that we could do that do better, all of us, especially myself, because I'm aware of the truth, and I still just be like whatever sometimes. But that's something that I have to, like I said, Father have to get me back in my right mind on that, on how maybe he was purging other things, like he didn't want me to be a people pleaser. Maybe he didn't want me to be a people pleaser or whatever, but he was purging me on that. But yeah, so like I said with this, yeah, just don't. If you got extras, guys, like, it's just weird. I think that's just bringing recognition to all of us. Like, if somebody really is hungry and you got it, I guess give it. It's gonna come a time maybe you have to share your resources. Like, people got a lot of meat, but they need rice and vegetables and you got extra or something. Like, just, it might come a time when I have to get like that. Or just flaunting. And how when we would be watching even the shows I used to watch, Love and Hip Hop, and how they be looking down on each other. Like, they like, oh, I got on Tommy Hilfiger, and I don't know, like, the high fashion. I'll be honest, I was never really into stuff to like remember. But I got on Gucci or something. It's like, oh, but what you got on? You got on J.C. Penney, or you got on Payless. So because of your clothes price, you truly think, like, not your character, not like the substance of your soul, or just like if you got a good spirit or something, just because you got on decent clothes, which honestly, it don't, all of that high price stuff don't even be looking all that. It's just like, okay, I guess. The only thing I would say, the material be nice sometimes, but it ain't that serious that people actually be looking down at somebody. So even in that sense, Father said, don't be kind to those that have on great clothes, and don't be kind to those that have titles and they got degrees and stuff like that. But you come across a poor person, or you come across a person that's casually dressed, or they, maybe they even neat. They neat and they just clean, and then somebody else got on expensive stuff, but their soul is just disgusting. And the other one that's neat, he'll help build a house for, like, like orphan kids and stuff. You don't even know. And not even saying if you do that, you're a good person, but you get my drift. Like, his motive, he has different motives in life than the one that think he all that because he got the fancy stuff, or he got even the car, or he even got like mansions or anything. So anybody with material stuff out here that's looking down at people, or even looking down at a person that have their own style because it just doesn't fit the quotum of what's trend. So just maybe we should all not go down that field. But and then this is for homeless people, and this is for those that suffer. Like, Father did not forget you. Like, he noticed that you went through a lot. And for all of us that have ignored you, or for all of us that just have not helped contribute to your comfort, maybe we can't like fully get you out of your situation. Honestly, if everybody come together, they can, but I just accept the system as the system. Like, I'm not gonna, there's a reason Father have whatever things, and there's a reason why he allowed. And I've already got frustrated at him about it too much. So I'm not going down that road. But I will say, he remembers. He remembers those that ignored you. He remembers how people treated you. He remembers that people looked down at you. He remembered that, you didn't have a lot. And yeah, some of us will be like, well, why can't we have it when we have goodness here and we have goodness with Father? I don't know. I don't know. He will say just probably sins. We don't want to hear that, but every time I get back to we are sinners. And because we are not under his covenant and oath the same way, we are under the curse of death. We are under the curse of suffering. We are under the curse of a lot of things. This is why demons and stuff get to just bother us. But that's not forever. It has to get to the point, including myself, that we're going to have to trust those that believe in this word, and those that want to just really, like, if you're a truth seeker and you already spiritually believed in a higher power, you can consider. If you in other stages, that's your right. Like I said, I was Buddhist. I believed in, I was into Indian spiritualism, all that stuff. And this is where I landed for my soul in all my just horribleness. Like, this is my truth. This is all I know, in a sense. I don't know. Some things it's not taken that it sinks in, but I'm still reading it in a sense. So that's the first thing I wanted to speak on. Like, so those guys, even those that's willing to take bribes and do all that stuff, and they willing to just take treasures, I mean, you see that it don't, like, a rich man is not getting into heaven. So like, you can have your treasures. That's on you.